Hi, my name is Bibek Adhikari. I am an English instructor. In today's class, we are going to solve the listening and grammar portion of Unit 3, that is, the elephant and the tortoise. So, let's begin. Right then, we are now going to start the grammar and listening portion of Unit 3, and the title of Unit 3 is The Elephant and the Tortoise. So, under this, we are going to study the listening portion and the grammar part. So these are the two things, all right, listening and grammar. We are going to study these two things under the unit's name, the elephant and the tortoise. All right, we are now in the listening portion or the listening part. I'll read out a conversation that goes between two people, Pemba and Lakpa. And after listening to the conversation, to me, you've got to tick the correct answer. And you've also, then we'll move on to some grammar lesson. All right? Now, let me read out the conversation that goes like this. Pemba, excuse me, how can I get to the library? Lakpa, oh yes. Just go ahead and it's the first building on your right. Pemba, thank you very much. Lakpa, you're welcome. Now that you've listened to me read the conversation, it's time to find the correct answer. The first one, Pemba wants to go to is it the market or the temple? No, it's the library, yes. Lakpa had to go, is it back, to the left, or ahead? Oh yes, it's ahead. Now let's choose the correct words from the brackets. Must indicates something that should be done, and mustn't is just its opposite. First one, you blank space come to school on time. Must or mustn't? You must, obviously, right? You must come to school on time. You eat stale food. Must or mustn't? You mustn't eat stale food. She blank space wash hands before meal. She must wash hands before meal. They blank space quarrel with friends. They mustn't quarrel with friends. All right. So must for things you've got to do. You've got to give your 100% to that, and mustn't for things you shouldn't do. It's as simple as that. If you need to do something and it's a compulsion, use must. And if you cannot, no way you're going to do that thing, use mustn't. Do you get the point? Okay, there's something called a game. And in this, what you need to do is you need to go around. The teacher would go around and ask 3 friends. The questions he's going to ask are what day, or it could be year also, were you born? Another question he might ask is where were you born? And your job is to tell your class, respond to these questions. The first question is in fact what day or what year were you born? The second one, where were you born? And you've just got to respond. For example, Komal, this is Komal, and Komal says Komal was born on Sunday in 1995 in Jhapa. Anita was born on Tuesday in 1991 in Biratnagar. So 2 things. First thing you should be responding is in fact the year and also the day, and not to forget the place. For example, if someone's there, an example can be like Bimal was born on Friday in 2005 in Kathmandu. So this can be an example like this. And you can play a game, try yourself, go around the class. The teacher can move, or even you can move. You can go around the class and ask yourself questions. You can ask, these 2 questions. All right. Now we come to another section. It's called Fun with Grammar. So this is in fact grammar time, and we need to distinguish or find out the differences between singular and plural. For example, a book is a single unit, and the plural of which can be 2 books or could be 3 books, 4 books, any number of books. An apple can be turned into 3 apples, 4 apples, depending upon the number you like. A bench can be changed into 4 benches, a box into 5 boxes. So these are in fact our examples. Did you notice that while changing the singular into plural, something is added? Either s or es are added in order to turn the singular word or phrase into a plural one. Singular denotes one and plural denotes many or more than one. We add s or es to make plurals. For example, when we say, when we are using words like a, and, then we know that we are only talking about a single quantity, one in number. But when we use other numerals and also add s and es, then it becomes plural. So something that was singular is in fact changed into plural. Now let's try, I can give you more examples. For example, let's go with the word cat. That's we can write a cat, and the plural of which is maybe 2 cats. I can write a dog, and the plural of which could be 2 dogs. Let me show you more examples. So between singular and plural, we can turn all the singular words into plural ones. For example, maybe a bird, and the plural of which is maybe 2 birds, or could be 3 birds. Or bicycle, the plural of which is 2 bicycles. A goat, you can write 5 goats. If I write an apple, the plural of which can be 6 apples. See, this is how we convert singular into plural. Now we come to another section, and it's time to give you some homework. And your homework is going to be pretty simple. All you have to do is turn the singular words into plural one. For example, you can see an elephant here, and you see 2 different elephants. So your job is to turn the singular one into plural. So it's a bird. You can see 2 birds, and an orange is in fact converted. It's changed into 2 oranges. So your job is to change singular into plural. So change the singular words, singular nouns. These are all countable nouns, by the way, the nouns that you can count. So change all these, what nouns again? All these countable. Change all these countable nouns that can be counted, into plural ones. So when you do that, job's done. With this, we've come to end of today's class. If you have any questions or suggestions regarding these video series, feel free to write us at learning@deerwalk.edu.np. Thank you.